I wanted to know more about everything, become an explorer, travel, stay fit, become a responsible person. And that led me one thing to the other to becoming an astronaut. Over. Hi, Joey. It's a very varied training over the last 2.5 years intensively, learning I fly the Soyuz rocket, learning to do spacewalks, learning to use Canadarm, the robotic arm, all the space station systems. But really, I've been training to become an astronaut ever since I joined the space program 10 years ago, and that included things like working in the Mission Control Center to know how space programs work, learning to speak the Russian language. And you can even say that I've been training to become an astronaut all my life. All the university degrees I did, everything I learned in school, that is all coming together to help me here. Over. Well, maybe what's most difficult and also the most interesting part is how varied it is. One day I'm here making a public outreach event with you guys, and it's a lot of fun, and I have to be more pensive. Next day I'll be doing a spacewalk that's completely operational. Next day I'll be doing a scientific experiment. So it's very, very, very varied. So I think adjusting, constantly having to adjust to a new environment, maybe that is the biggest challenge. Over. It takes only about 8.5 minutes to make it to orbit. And in that 8.5 minutes, the rocket brings you from 0 speed to more than 5 miles per second until you have reached orbit. And by that time, when the engine stops, you're floating inside your seat. You can see the curve of the Earth out the window. It was just an unbelievable 8.5 minutes. Over. It was a beautiful day because first, after traveling through space, making it to the space station, about 6-7 hours of travel, finally we see people who live here, our dear friends I had not seen in about a year because they've been going to space. And so it was a lot of fun. It was just humanly very intense adventure. There was some downside. Everybody's a little bit it's a bit like being a bit car sick or seasick when you get to space. Your body has to adapt. So that was the downside. It was mostly a beautiful, festive day. Over. Great question. Being able to survive long-term in space is just like being able to survive on Earth. We've got to be careful about our resources. So here on station, we do just like what Earth does. For water and air, we recycle them almost completely. Not totally. That's why we still have to be careful. But we don't have the environment to recycle our water and our air like we do on Earth. So we have machines that do that for us. So we've got to be careful about them. Water, air, be careful. The food, we've got to be careful. But mostly be careful about every equipment. Everything we have here has been sent from Earth at great difficulty. Over. Hey, Megan. So you see now it's about 10 minutes to 6 p.m. We run on the London time, Greenwich time, Central time, Universal time. Typical day, wake up at 6, I exercise a bit. Then we have a planning conference with people in Houston and Moscow. Then we get about our day. It could be doing an experiment, could be doing robotics, could be doing a spacewalk, could be doing maintenance, some repair, maybe a medical test. And we have lunch, and then we have another conference in the evening, then we have dinner, maybe call home, call friends, take photos of the Earth, maybe watch a movie with our colleagues, then go to bed. And so it's kind of a normal day life almost. Over. I got a couple of favorites. What's my favorite is to exchange food with my Russian friends. They like to taste the food from our side of the station, and we like to taste the food on their side. But by far my favorite food is a special packet of food. I got a couple special precious packets of home cooking. NASA managed to pack some food prepared by my wife, Veronique, and I have those on board, and these are my favorites. Over. Hey, Connor, my favorite use of my free time is to look out the window. In the cupola, we call it. It's like a 360-bay window, and we can look at Mother Earth, and it is just amazing. It never gets old. Seeing sunrise, sunset, the movement of the moon, the continents, the weather, the clouds, the storm, the northern lights, the cities at night. I mean, it's just a constant, beautiful beautiful spectacle of nature. I love it. That's what I do with most of my free time. And of course, call my friends, call my family, speak to my kids. Over. The biggest challenge is to learn to fly. You have to learn to fly. You can't walk around. You can't crawl. I mean, you could crawl around on your hands all the time, but that's very slow. So you have to learn to push yourself very precisely and fly through the modules without crashing anywhere or breaking anything. So that's the most difficult thing to learn, but after about a month, you become pretty good at flying exactly straight. Over. Hi, Miranda. Most of the experiments we do here are a medical theme. It's either about space medicine, how to help ourselves, the astronauts, or research on biology or other forms of medicine that can benefit everybody on Earth, because the problems astronauts face here in space are the same that people face on Earth, except they come accelerated. So we're like perfect guinea pigs for medical experiments. Over. A couple of ways, Gavin. So first, there's what we call a fluid shift. So when you're standing on Earth, the blood kind of falls towards your feet naturally, and your body has to push harder to bring it to your head. Without that effect, here in space, you get a big red puffy head and skinny white legs. So your body has to adapt to that, so you're normal again. Then there's a sense of balance. You lose that completely because your inner ear doesn't know which way is up or down. Now that there's no gravity. Then there's your immune system. We don't know why exactly, but it is also affected. Then there's your bones and your muscles. If you're not careful, they get weaker because everything is so easy and lightweight. Your body is very conservative and will stop building strong bones and muscles if you don't ask anything of it. So you have to exercise 2 hours a day to stay strong. Over. Hey, Tyler. Well, by far what I miss most is my wife and my children, my friends, people I love. I know I'll be back, so, and I can keep contact with them. I wish they could come here and visit. That would be amazing. Over. Good question, Savannah. So when you come back to Earth, your body has to learn to deal with gravity again. So first, your blood, which is now used to being floating around your body normally, is going to want to fall to your feet. And so you're going to faint very easily, so your body has to adapt to that. Then the balance, you have to learn to stand up again and not fall all the time because you have to learn which way is up, which way is down. Then you also have to get used to being a bit shorter again. When you're in space, your spine gets longer because it doesn't have the S shape anymore. It gets very straight. Back to Earth, you kind of get squished down again, and that can be very painful. Then maybe your vision has changed in space because of kind of pressure inside your head. There's many, many small things in your body. But then I guess normal life itself is the social environment. I've not been back to Earth yet. People tell me it's just, you come back and you're impressed, like, whoa, there's so many people down here. Over. Bye-bye, over.
Got the whole thing.
Anyone see us up here?